Okay, so the next is about decimals. Okay, so decimal points. Okay, decimal points, they are slightly they are actually almost similar to the fraction. Okay, only that you need to divide the denominator into the numerator. Okay, so you don't leave it in numerator over denominator. No. Okay, so you can see here, this here has been split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so only 1 out of 10 is shaded. Therefore, we divide this into 1. Okay, so I know you were saying, I want to know how to divide with smaller numbers. All right, so let's do the way we have been doing. Okay, so we've got 1 and we're dividing by 10. Do you follow?
Yes.
10 into 1 doesn't go in, so it's going to be 0 point. Okay, then we add the 0 here. Then 10 into 10 is 1. And that's how we got this. Yeah.
So the rule in in division is that when you put a decimal point, that equals a 0 in your work.
No, what it means is that this just helps you so that you can separate the decimal place.
Yes, but
and
when you
add a whole number, because that what will have been here is a whole number.
Yes, but when you put the decimal point down, you drop down at 0.
You add a 0. The very same things we had been doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
If we are continuing, we just add the zeros as we go along. Okay. Yeah. So a decimal is also a part of something. Yeah. We started by looking at tenth. Yeah. Now, when a pizza is cut into 10 equal parts, each part is a tenth, which is 1/10. The decimal form of a tenth is 0.1. Okay. Now, for 2/10, okay, we write 0.2. Now, the trick here, okay, because you can also be asked to change this to back to fraction. Okay. So if they're asking you to change this, right? Yeah. Okay. So if we need to change this 0.1 back into this fraction, yeah. Remember, what you need to do now is that put over here. Now, where there's a decimal, you put it 1, and any number that after you put 0. So for each number, you put 0. So this one here, you're going to see there's only 1 0 after this one, because there's only one number. If it was 0.23, for example, what you do, again, you put it here, put 1 there. The decimal place is going to be obviously 1. And then every number, yeah, add 0.
Okay.
All right? So this is going to be 23 out of 100. Okay? While this one here is going to be 1 out of 10. Okay? The other way is multiply the top and the bottom by 10. Or here, multiply the top and the bottom by 100. If I multiply this by 100, I get 23. Yeah? Now, every number, there is always, whether it's a decimal what, it is always divided by 1, but we don't write it. Okay? So every number is over 1. Okay? Each of this letter is divided by 1. Okay? But we don't write it. Okay? Yeah. You're going to be cut. You have only got you have only 5 seconds to go. What is it? No, you have 7 minutes to go. So that's fine.
That's 7 minutes.
Yeah. All right. So let's finish this. Okay. So that's what you need to do. So for 3/10 is going to be 0 point. You're going to see when he's saying tenth, it means it's over 10. So what he's looking at is if you put this over, it means this decimal is 1. And then you have only 1 digit after that, so it's 0. So therefore, it's a 3 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So decimals are also take account of hundreds. Okay. So 100th, it will be over 100, which means it has got 2 decimal places, like this one here. Okay. Right. If something is cut into 100 equal pieces, each part is 100th. Okay. The decimal for 100th is going to be 0.01. Why? Because let's take where we started from. Okay, so now we're going to have 1. Okay, so we have 1, but we are dividing by 100. Okay, so we're going to divide by 100. Okay, so I'm going to say 100 into 1 doesn't go in, so it's going to be 0 point. Then I'm going to put a 0. Then 100 into 10 doesn't go in, so I'm going to add 0.
Okay.
Then I add a 0 here. Then 100 into 100 is 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so 1 divided by 100 is going to be 0.01.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So that's the way it's getting this. Yeah, so this one here. Okay, so therefore 200th will be 0.02. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So is it saying the law of place value operates here too, just as we looked at it before. So just as we have 1,000, we have 100, we have tenth, we have units, but these are going to be different because they're in the decimal sides. That's why you see they are written as 100th, tenth. So if you hear tenth, is not part of the whole numbers, is after decimal places. Okay.
Yes.
Right, so as you can see here, so it says, okay, for whole numbers, okay, so we have 1,000, tenth units, okay, but for decimals, it's going to be tenth, 100th, 1,000th.
Yes.
So don't get confused if someone is talking about tenth and then he's writing a decimal place. So, no, tenth, we don't put it that way. No, it's right because it's saying tenth.
Yes.
Not tens.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, right. So that's what is showing you here. Okay, so this is 1,234, but this one here is going to be tenth. Now remember, we are starting the opposite what we had there. So it's going to be tenth, then hundredth, then thousands. Okay, now this is important when we are adding the numbers. Okay, also when we are multiplying them, very, very important. Okay, so the vital thing when adding decimals is to keep everything, including the decimal point, in the right columns according to the law of place value. Exactly what we talked about before. The rest is normal addition. Okay, so for example, this first example is 0.27. Okay, okay, so and then plus 0.47. So 0 is the units here, okay? Because we are talking of decimal place, so we're going that way, okay? And then this one here, 2 is 10. So the equivalent of these two numbers, they are at the same place, okay? The place of value. So they are both units. These are both tens, okay? So therefore, 2 need to be here, 4 need to be here. And this one here, 7, is 100, okay? And 7 need to be here. So that when we are adding, okay, we are adding of the same place value. Okay, so 7 plus 7 is going to give us 4. So we write 4 exactly the way we are doing. We keep it 1. And then 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, and 6 plus this one is 7. So therefore, this is 0 plus 0 is 0. So therefore, the answer is going to be 0.74. If this was 10, okay, would have put 0 here and we keep 1. The 1 will come here. And then 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 that we've kept is going to be 1. So there have been 1.07. Or sorry, 1.04. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah? Right. So subtracting, keep everything again in the right columns. Okay? Borrow if necessary. Okay? So let's look at this example here. So we have 0.835. Take away 0.679. Okay, so we have 0 units.
Can you
and
put
then
the
we have, you can't see.
No.
That's the end. Let me write. Okay, so you have 0.835, and you are subtracting 0.679. 7, 9. Okay? Yeah?
Yes.
So 5 take away 9 is impossible. Okay? Because this is smaller, this is bigger. Therefore, we're going to borrow 1 from here. Yeah, so there's going to be 2 here. The one we have taken is going to be 10. So this is going to be 15. So 15 take away 9 is going to give you 6.
6.
Okay? And then here you remain with 2. 2 take a 7 doesn't work. So you're going to borrow 1 from 8. And that 1 becomes 10, which becomes 12. And 12 take away 7.
It's 5.
Yeah, you're going to have 5. And you are remaining with 7 here. 7 take away 6.
1.
1. And then you have 0, 0. So the answer is going to be 0.